Warning, the following review is my personal experience with the item being reviewed. Use discretion when considering the product for yourself. Hey everyone, it's me Grant on Team Houston Outlaws and San Jacinto Knights, part of Battleground. Today I am reviewing this helmet. This helmet is a Sugarloaf helmet. It is hardened steel, 3mm on top, 2mm on the visor. It's made by Age of Craft. Put it right here. It's made by Age of Craft, but I purchased it from Nadler Metal Crafts. The Sugarloaf helmet is, I think, a great helm style, and it was used during the 13th and 14th centuries up to 1350. These are typically used with chainmail or plate gorgets or an aventail. This is an aventail on here. It's sewn onto the helmet liner, and it's obviously plate, not chainmail. I bought this helmet with some issues from Nadler Metal Crafts. The rivets, which are these little guys, these little dots. I'll show you. All right here, right here. Some of them were mild steel, and so there's a possibility that when it gets hit, it can be kind of shaved off or shaved out. I've had a lot of them replaced from a teammate, and I've just done it as they've come along. It hasn't really caused any problems. I felt really safe in it. The 3mm top has taken a few really good blows. I'll show you that too. I got a little dent here and some creases here. But overall, it's held up really good. I haven't even felt anything except my head bobbing around. No pain, no anything. It's been an amazing helmet for me. So let's get to the good and bad on it. The good. Like I said, this helmet is tough. It is tanky. Like I just mentioned, I've had my head bobbed around for sure, but I haven't felt any pain at all in this helmet this whole time, and that's well over 150 fights probably at this point in a year's time, which is a lot of fights in a year. Most people don't get that in like 3 years from what I understand. And those are the only dents that have happened. One of them is from a teammate of mine, and one of the big ones is from Simon. I took a lot of blows to the head at the Renaissance Festival from Simon too. But it's held up great. No pain, just yanks your head around, you know, but no pain at all. It is a tank of a helmet. The aventail on this, like I said, is made of plates. They're all over and sewn in. To the liner, let's see if I can, the liner right here. See all these little things, that's where it's stitched into it. They help a lot with blows to the, I guess, clavicle area, shoulder, top shoulder area, traps, all this right here. And they've held up really good for me too. I haven't felt many blows from there. Another good thing about this helmet is the front of the Sugarloaf. The front here is really wide. It sticks out, I'd say, probably about 4 inches from my face, which is actually pretty good for a Sugarloaf. Some of the Sugarloafs I've seen, they sit right on top. Some of the Griffin style ones do too, from what I understand there, and some are further out. But this one, it's really wide this way. It's like a submarine kind of. But it gives room for air circulation, for breathing, and visibility a little bit. It's actually helped me feel safer that anything that does happen is further away from my face than normal. Now the bad. It's really hard to breathe in still. These holes do not let a lot of carbon dioxide escape. You need to breathe properly. You need to blow it out through the bottom, breathe in through your nose. It does help that it's further away from my face. I've worn some, it's not as bad as some pig face helmets I've worn, clap visors. Those are, at least the ones I wore, really, really hard to breathe in. This one's better than that, in my opinion, but it's still very difficult compared to some of the Griffins I've worn, and it's nothing compared to a nasal helm or a wolf rib or my new one I got. Another thing is the visor clip. It broke. There should be a little piece of metal sticking out right there. And thanks to a really nice head blow from Simon, it's gone. But this isn't atypical of a helmet. These are one of the first things to break from what I know. And that's why it now has this strap around it to keep the visor down. You'll see there's a rivet here in the visor and here, and the strap buckles right here. And that's a good placement where you can still undo it yourself as well. So if someone can't come to help you right away and you need to breathe or have air, it's nice. It's not as nice as a visor clip, but again, from what I understand, those things break on helmets. It's just the way it goes. The most annoying part of this helmet is this Aventail. It is so annoying, in my opinion. Maybe I'm a baby about it, but it's a pain in the butt to sit there and clean every single plate and oil every single plate. Make sure the rust is off of every single plate. And if there's dirt or you fall, that gets old after a while. Another point with the Aventail is that the fact that it's sewn in, all right here, they fall off. Right here. It's heavy. Did I mention this thing's like 14 pounds or something? So yeah, the plates fall off. I have lost some. You have to keep up with it, especially when you fight a lot of fights like I did in the Renaissance Festival. It's gonna happen, but that's not abnormal for this style either. It's not just this helmet, it's plate Aventails, period. It happens. The next thing is I would also recommend coming up with a better solution with the straps. These straps, you have 3 in the back. These 2 are your chin straps right here. Let's see if I can angle it. They come around and strap right under your lip. And then there's 2 sitting in here. Actually, get up and show you. There's some right here that come down and strap under your chin right there. So it's kind of uncomfortable, and when people are helping you put it on, they got to get their hands all up in there and pull it around, and it's kind of annoying. If you have a beard like me, and especially if it's dudes helping you, it can get a little cumbersome and painful sometimes. A lot of people use a military strap instead, where you just kind of tighten it and it sits right in when you put it on. And then I've seen people use football chin cups and stuff too with straps and do it that way. And that's probably a better solution. It's not this helmet again though. It's just the way it is, period. Plenty of helmets do this. It's not just this Sugarloaf helmet. And I'm not sure if rules require straps to have to be this way in certain leagues or anything. So always check with that before you start changing stuff too. But it's one of the things that has been annoying, taking it off and on and off and on, especially fighting in the Renaissance Festival for 9 weeks straight almost. It was tough. Lastly, I've also had these eye bars bend in a little. If I can show you right in here, you'll see it a little bent. You can see some of the brass is kind of warped, especially right in here too. Let's see if I can get this angle good right there. These eye bars have bent in once or twice. I've had to have it repaired as well. But overall, it's not, again, anything that's abnormal. It happens to plenty of helmets. It's not just this helmet, but it does seem like these eye bars are a bit weaker than the rest of it. The brass also has stopped, especially right here. If it gets bonked out for some reason, or wood chips get up in it or something like that from a weapon or the ground, it's pulled it out so much to where I can't get the visor up. And if you're gasping for air because it was a hard fight or a long fight and you can't breathe and you're trying to pull it up and explain to the person that it's stuck and then you hit it down, that can be really, really annoying, big time. So if you think that might be an issue for you, don't get brass ornament on your helmet. But in all reality, it's only been a handful of times for me. But it's still something that's happened that's worth mentioning. So all in all, I've been really pleased with this tank of a helmet. The breathing is difficult, but it's not as bad, again, with the length coming out, as plenty of other helmets are. I've felt incredibly safe with this helmet for almost a whole year now. And like I said, about 150 fights in actually less than a year's time. Some of the monotonousness, some of the issues with the Aventail are, they're annoying, really annoying. And on all honesty, I'd probably go with chainmail instead. But it's not that big of an issue, and it was worth taking care of it to have them in the end because it protected me really good. I've had to have some of the rivets replaced, like I said too. But overall, even the ones with issues, they've held up really good. I would completely recommend this Sugarloaf from Magecraft. So check their site below, and also check out Nadler Metal Crafts too, where I got it from. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what your experiences are with the helmets you've tried, or one you have, or ones in the past. Maybe you used a Sugarloaf and you have some more opinions on it. Maybe you want to comment on the history of these helmets better than I did, or some of the mechanics of it. It might help somebody else out and get more information out there for all the rest of us, the new people and the people who've been doing it a while, who still don't know. That's the point of these videos and reviews. Anyway, I've been really happy with this guy. Till next time.